I'm thoughtful beyond words.
So would you say you just can't have too many?
No, you cannot.
Oh, okay.
I mean, look at. That's what I'm saying. There must be.
What was it? 1 year you can't.
We count because I count what I'm putting on the tree. I actually keep an inventory which Gina has never printed out.
It was over 900
Oh,
on one tree.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Oh.
you bit your lip on that one, didn't you?
Oh.
Yeah, because I am taking everything that I get in one particular item. You don't see ornaments under any of these trees, really and truly. They're all up here. And so as I'm putting them on the tree, I itemize them, and then all we have to do is go back and say, okay, she had 24 of these, and do the math. Yeah, 900 to 1,000 ornaments on most of these trees. But this way, and you know, your other thought is to put these on a stand too. And sometimes when you're giving an ornament, and I know everybody comes in here at Christmas, well, I've got this $10 ornament limit, but we have so many ornaments that are so well priced. But if you'll take the stand with it, so now it stands out, it just doesn't become another ornament on the tree. It'll be somebody's special ornament on a tabletop. So we're doing this, and we'll do a couple more. But I'm working my way around the tree, I'm standing back from it, I'm taking a look at it, I'm seeing what's on the tree, what my shapes are, what my colors are, I'm dispersing them around the tree. And again, now I've got duplication, you do not, but that's why you need to have that one common denominator ornament. And in that, you're gonna have 24 to 36 of those. Sorry. Because you want them to be there. You want those other beautiful, precious pieces that you have to be seen and not get lost in the shuffle. Now, and this is basically what you're doing with this tree. You start it with the topper, and you're bringing that theme all the way down through the rest of your tree. So you've got that option. Now I use that little snowball. This is another great garland. I don't know if any of you have ever used this. This is my beaded garland. It's a lightweight cardboard. It's right up here. I ran it right through there. And it's the kind of thing when you let it loose, and I use anywhere from 4 to 7 on a tree, depending on how much fullness I've got in the tree. And you've got a 1/2 inch here with the gold, this is 1 inch here. And when you unroll this, you're gonna give it its head. You're gonna let it do what it wants to do. If you do a topper and you decide to use it with the topper, you get your topper done and you go ahead and use this with it, and it usually takes a full roll just to do the topper. You'll see that up front. There's a room called the horse feathers room, because there are horse pictures in there, and there are feathers on the side. And anyway, so you do this on the top, but before you start putting your ornaments on the tree, if you use this, you put this on the tree first. So it's just a reverse to the top, because what happens, this is stiff. And so you want to get it on the tree. You want to let it roll. You're going to roll it and start at the bottom of your tree, just like I did with the lights, and just keep twisting it as you're doing it, and let it have its own head. Let it bounce off. Let it be animated. Let it come off that tree and kind of have its own head, just like what I've done right here. You know, it's twisted. But isn't it pretty instead of just running it straight? And then the bow. And again, our bows are magnificent, I think. They're all custom made for me. And so they're beautiful bows. The ribbon is gorgeous. It's all wired. It's not flat. I don't really want to see you running ribbon through your trees. I don't want the ribbon at the top and the little things coming down. That went out with Scarlett O'Hara. And so I don't know whose toes I'm stepping on right now, but don't do it! It's ancient. And then this is enough. Now this, everybody's always asked me for tree toppers. So this year I brought in these. And again, these do not sit on the top of a tree. This is what you do. You take something like this. And if if I was doing a gold tree, that kind of thing. But just like my little elf right there, this would be just put it in the tree like an ornament. Oh. Yeah. Instead of feeling like you have to put him at the top of the tree. Right. It's not where he needs to be. And
Yes.
wow. And you can do more than one, do several, It is so much better over here. And everybody says I bet your home is beautiful at Christmas. You have no idea. And I bet your tree is gorgeous. I've just done 22 trees in here. No. And then I do a couple of homes, so that takes care of me. That's just I say. Now the birds are always wonderful. Let me get here so you can see a little bit better. And they're wonderful. And some of these I have a right and a left, but sometimes that's the softening touch. I'm just using it just so you could see how great they are. And we do have the best cardinals in town. They're wonderful. And you want to sometimes don't just let them be by themselves. Group them so that you have a couple together instead of one here and one there and this. But do some grouping. And you know we have the little nests. In some cases you can use the nest. But when you do that, now you're going to see them. See, we're so busy putting one thing on and one thing here and one thing there when you can do groupings, and now you've got a focal point in there. You've got something you're going to see. And you're going to go, because when somebody comes in and says, I want to buy a cardinal, really? No. He has a even up front, look how pretty that is. Isn't that a pretty pic? And sometimes, and bless you, do not be allergic to me. But again, bending your leaves, don't leave them flat, play with them. Let them have that, give them some personality. You don't see anything flat outside. And this is something else that I tell people too. You know, everybody's worried about mixing. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna mix silver with the gold. I can't possibly do that. Let me ask you, on your dinnerware, most of us have a dinner plate that has a gold band on it. What color is our silverware? You're using it all the time. Mother Nature is not perfect. She mixes every color in the world. The greatest story is 5,000 years ago, I had my house on a home tour. And at that time, I had green carpeting, and the walls were done in blues and all. And I heard this woman say, she's mixing blue and green. And the other woman said, nudge, nudge, yes, but she's a designer. And so that made it, it's just, you know, it's not because I'm a designer, but Mother Nature mixes oranges, reds. Think of the colors that go together and the coppers and all that you can mix. And sometimes this is what helps you give your colors to your tree, because look at this green. You've got a different gold here. Look at this gold. It's more got a little bit a deeper tone to it, and then the red on here is beautiful. So you start creating your colors with some of the accent pieces that you use on your tree. And again, cranberries. I've got a lot of cranberries now. These are at least shiny and bright, but I've magnolias this year, we've got hydrangeas, so it's not just poinsettias that you can do. And mix those flowers. Mix your poinsettia with another flower. It doesn't mean just because you have a poinsettia. There's a prime tree right here at the beginning of this long hallway that's got hydrangeas and poinsettias on it. And then I've got feathers, a golden feather on it. So there's no limit to what you can do. It's your personality saying, this is going to work. This is going to work. And again, not to be influenced, so I get everybody out of the house. And don't be influenced by anyone else. Let your imagination roll with you and say, I'm going to do this. I can do it. But start with your tree topper. Make sure your tree is set. And then once you're finished with all this, you're going to slide it into the wall and pull that string up and tie it in so it's protected. After you've done all this work, you want to make sure it doesn't fall down. Anyone have